Oh, my amazing people. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Saturday. Last night was Smackdown, another snooze fest. I'm not going to go over the entire show, but I did have some key things I wanted to talk about that happened last night. And I'll also be doing another video later today about something else that sort of involves last night. I'll talk about it within the video, but I wanted to get this out today. You've got, we started off SmackDown last night with the Cody Rhodes coming out and the crowd doing their Cody Rhodes. Oh my God, it's getting ridiculous, dude. I'm really hoping they don't do that crap when they come back over to the States, because I'm so over that. I'm done. Of course, he comes out, says a sentence or two, and then Orton comes out, which when that happened, I was like, all right, okay, what's going to go on here? And then, of course, they disappointed me because he comes out and Randy Orton tells Cody Rhodes how great he is, how he loves him, how he respects him, and how he is 99% the reason that, we're in a boom era, okay? Okay. Stop, Randy. Stop. You're one of the few there that I'm still around for. Please don't do that with Cody. None of what you said was true. None of it. He actually at one point called him an equal and said that he had surpassed everything he had. Randy Orton is a 14-time champion. Cody is not anywhere near Randy Orton. It's not even close. They're not even in the same atmosphere. So that kind of got off of me a little bit. And it just, that whole segment really just kind of, I don't know. It just, that one got off of me with the Randy Orton thing. And then, of course, McIntyre comes out. McIntyre, pretty much puts Randy Orton in his place over what he's saying, where he's been, because Randy did make the comment that he was going to come after the title after he handled his business, and and McIntyre, rightfully so, says, well, where the hell have you been? You've been on the shelf. What makes you think you're next in line? Get to the back of the line. I like that, and of course they had their rumble there at the end or whatever. To me, I just didn't like this. I thought this was a bad opening segment, but again, Cody's involved, so that's like an automatic. He cannot cut a promo. He cannot talk on the microphone. Again, he didn't say much, but he can't say much because he doesn't know how. Cody sucks. Cody's bad. And if you don't believe that, if you think that he is good, if you think that he is worthy of everything that's given to him right now, given to him, because that's exactly what's happening, then I don't know what's wrong with you. You're not normal. Just saying. Then they go right into the tag team title match. Street Profits defending their title against Pretty Deadly. This was a pretty solid match, but you're going to get that, especially with Pretty Deadly. That, in my opinion, again, they are the best tag team in the entire WWE. They defended and they won. They beat Pretty Deadly, and I'm kind of in one of them places where I'm going to enjoy this as long as it lasts. I don't see them leaving Mania with the titles, but then again, they don't have anything set up for WrestleMania with the Profits yet. Like most things, they don't have set up yet. 3 weeks away. I think we're 21 days out, something like that. And we have nothing. I don't know how many days. Don't quote me on that. But either way, we don't have anything set up for Mania. And it's really, it's with the tag titles yet, but I don't expect Street Profits to walk out with the titles. They'll find a way to get it off of them. They don't give, the one thing is, what's trending right now in WWE is if you're championship material, you're not getting a belt. I mean, I guess LA Knight would be the only one I would say that has a belt that, in my opinion, deserves it. And Street Profits, but I don't include tag teams in this. Tag teams can go either way. Tag teams is a different galaxy. But anyway, then they kind of got into this Chelsea Green segment in the back. This entire mid-card division sucks. I'm glazing over this segment. I don't really care about all this, but you had the LA Knight Braun Strowman match directly after that. Of course, we kind of knew how this was going to end. I figured there would be some sort of bloodline entanglement there at the end. And, of course, Jacob shows up, interferes. He gets involved in that. I firmly see this being a multi-man match for the U.S. title at Mania. I'm hoping Jacob. I mean, look, y'all know I love LA Knight, but if we can get the U.S. title on Jacob, I support that. He's definitely worthy up-and-comer. Again, I just don't know what do you do with it after you get the belt on him, because that's what WWE seems to have a problem with. They don't know what to do people after they hit certain points. There's no story left for them. They don't have anything written, and it just goes flat. And I don't want Jacob Fatu to get the belt and then just go flat. I don't want that. It's too early. He hasn't even been in WWE a year yet. So if you're going to give him the U.S. title, have something ready for him when he gets there. You know, let him have a really good feud with LA Knight, you know. I mean, you could do so much with that. And I just, you know, they don't do it. So Solo and Fatu will be backstage. They're starting to show more and more dynamic on that potential thing that could also happen in Mania, and not, you know, if they're going to do a Mania, if they're going to do a Mania Fatu Solo match, I feel like that's taken away. But you know how they love to slow cook. They'll push the Fatu U.S. title run back. You know, they will very well do that. And we may end up seeing Fatu and Solo at Mania, which I really don't care to see. I'd rather see Solo involved I'd rather see Fatu involved in a U.S. title match, you know, but who knows. Then you had a Naomi segment, which is fine. I'm going to glaze over this one too. I'm using that word glaze today because that's what these wrestling fans these days do. They glaze Cody Rhodes, they glaze Rhea Ripley, they gaze these untalented people who have all the say and all the run in this WWE of today that is just absolute hot garbage. So I'm glazing over that segment. Nothing against Naomi. I do think Naomi was the best part of that. But I'm just not interested. Then you had Michin fight Charlotte. Charlotte will obviously do her thing. Then you had Tiffany after that. I'm done with Tiffany. Y'all know I love Tiffany. But after that last week segment where Charlotte just owned her, and I said this going into this is why I did not want her to pick Tiffany, because I knew Charlotte would tear her to shreds on a microphone, and she is. Tiffany's decent in the ring, but in terms of promos and, you know, the build up to the match, I knew Tiffany was going to struggle because she does not have the mic ability. And Lord knows, and I'll say this again in a minute, they don't develop anybody in WWE on the main roster. They don't. They just throw them out there to the wolves and say go. They do not develop this entire, once you hit main roster, like there's so many good things happening on NXT. And it's like the minute they leave Shawn Michaels and go to the main roster, they're sink or swim. And there's nobody else there helping them. And I'm not saying, because like every time I do that, I hear my son say, Triple H helps these people. Triple H helps these people. Yeah, dude is lazy. There's no helping. I don't care what you call helping. I don't know what you know because you saw Triple H show Fatu had to come out in the entrance. Okay. Dude, you're not doing anything. This is trash. This is awful. It's lazy and you're not developing this talent. They're not going anywhere. You've got really, really good talent on this roster. Really good talent on this roster, and you are doing nothing with it. Nothing. It's lazy, it's bad writing, and there's no development. These characters aren't not developing, period. Then you had a Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre match. which again, fire match. It would definitely end up ending in a interference with KO, which you had to see coming a mile away. I knew it would be. I thought there could be a potential Damian Priest interference, but no. KO did that. KO came out, interfered, cost Randy Orton the match, which is good to see McIntyre win. I like that because Lord knows he doesn't do a lot of that. Even if it is Randy, I'll take the win for Drew. And, of course, it ends with KO running off. This was the second runaway of the night because Naomi ran away earlier in her segment. Just to do that, they run away, and that's just whatever. All right, cool. I don't know why they keep doing the same thing with all these different storylines. It's the same person writing it, right? And they're all sitting in the back, smoking a blunt, doing whatever. Don't really have any imagination at all, none. And they just run the same thing on every single, that's why the women's division is as bad as it is because it's all the same. All these female characters are like all the same. They're like all the same character. There's no development. There's no growth of any of these characters at all. And it's just, God, everybody's the same. Everybody is the same, man. I know it's 2025 and I know, God, I know it's there, but like, good grief, dude. Oh, all right. So then Jimmy Uso has a match with Miz. This was also a pretty decent match. Of course, Jimmy would win, and then he would talk Gunther when that was done. Gunther and Jimmy was on the microphone a little bit today and last night, and I got to say, Jimmy on the mic is like way better than Jay. Jimmy trumps Jay on the microphone. Am I going to get heat for that? I mean, if I do, I don't care. It's true. It's my opinion. I think Jimmy at the end of the day is going to go further than Jay when all is said and done. I think Jimmy is greater than Jay. I think Jay got off with the yeet thing and the 4-year-olds who love the yeet chants, and that's great. But in terms of in-ring ability, they're both about the same, and Jimmy can actually cut a promo. I've seen him do it now a couple of times. I asked my son last week, send me a video, and I'll issue the same challenge. Send me a video of Jey Uso cutting a good promo. I want to hear it. I'll wait. And it better be good. Don't send me trash. I want a good promo of Jey Uso. Send it to me. I want to hear Jay good on the microphone. I have yet to hear that. I've never heard a good one. I know I'm not going to get one. That was a week ago. He ain't send me in. Don't send me trash because you're going to get it. Don't send me garbage. I want a good Jey Uso promo. It better be good. It better be good. I issue the same challenge to you. And then, of course, Priest would eventually jump Drew McIntyre backstage, beat him up pretty bad, threw him actually into a car windshield, if I saw correctly. And then I did think it was funny that Punk walked by and saw the whole thing and smiled about it. I did think that was funny. And then you had the main event of the night, which was the contract signing between Roman, Seth, and Punk. Everybody was waiting on this. Everybody was waiting on this contract signing to see what the fine print would read. See what this match stipulation would be. I've talked about it the last 2 days here on this channel. What would it be? And indeed, it is going to be the main event of night one, which would put CM Punk in a main event at WrestleMania, which was his dream. This is what he wanted. And he's tearing up the ring. I laughed at Roman the entire time because I thought this was funny. I thought because here's the facts. Okay, here, say what you want. I don't care. The only reason this match is the main event at WrestleMania on night one is because of Roman Reigns. That's it. There's no other reason. And, that's it. If Roman's not in this match, it's not a main event on night one. And then, so where does the Royal Rumble Royal Rumble winner fight in this main event, WrestleMania. Where's main event Jey Uso? We're going to go back to him. Where is he happening? So I'm going to do another video today on that because I have a lot of opinion about that. A lot. But anyway, my favorite part about this segment was the Roman Seth interactions, the conversations that these guys had with each other. I really thought that they did some really good mic work with each other. I love that feud. I love those two because of their history together, right? With the Shield, and it goes way back. They came in together, and I love the fact that Seth kept saying we, and Roman's like we didn't do anything. I did it. You know what I mean? Love that dynamic. I love that they do that. This is why I felt like that should have been the main. I felt like that should have been the WrestleMania card. That should have been the match. Seth getting thrown into this was just complete stupid, in my opinion. I thought it was dumb. I still think he shouldn't be in this match. And now he gets thrown into a main event at WrestleMania and in a match that he really doesn't even have anything to do with. He doesn't. And what's sad is he's probably going to end up winning this match because I think there's more to it, because he says at the end, this isn't my favor. So I firmly believe that there's going to be way more to it than what meets the eye, than what we've heard so far. And that's why I think Punk's going to win. I'm going ahead and saying it as soon as the stipulation came out that this is the main event night one. I'm telling you right now, Punk's going to end up winning, and that has a lot to do with it. And the fact that he had to mention that this was not the favor. I think there's more. I think we're going to see Punk on night 2. I do. So I think there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. I'm going to come back later and do another video. I thank you guys for watching today. Please leave your comments down below on what you thought about last night. I'd like to hear more from you guys on these shows. I feel like I just get on here and complain every day, but you know, I'd love to hear your 2 cents on what you thought about segments. Was there a segment I left out that you'd like to hear more on? Or you want me to talk about more? Go for it. Write it down below. I want to hear you guys. I enjoy listening. I enjoy reading you guys' comments, and thank y'all each and every time you comment. I appreciate it. Love you guys. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good one.